Hello, everybody. This is Len here, and I'm going to be telling my story time. So let's go ahead and let's get into the story time real fast and everything that's going to be coming out as crystal clear as I can. So I told many of my people, many of my followers who has followed me on this channel, which I want to thank you all completely, that I was going to revert back to my Endwalker Cetus self because of the fact that I have done more justice on Endwalker Cetus than me and Dontra currently not even doing any justice in Party Finder, let alone the fact that there is a lot more inconsistent players who is deciding to come into raiding and probably try it out raiding. I have been told by multiple, not just multiple, but probably almost every single person that has been on the channel that I should literally leave these people alone. Leave Party Finder people alone. They're always going to remain inconsistent. They're always going to remain silent until proven guilty. Now, back in the Endwalker days of me, I was guilty all the damn way, right? From straight up joining Party Finder for trying to help people out, for trying to even like engage with some people out here who literally say that they want help and they doing everything that they can to get this clear, but yeah, I have not seen any progress. So sometimes I was like a okay to like come back later, and I have been trying to be nice, but not everything is gonna be nice and all. But I already had tried, and you know what that says to me? That says to me that you're making them go off too easy. Like, some people need to learn the hard way. And the thing is, I had told myself, like, like they probably just need to be given a chance. And I have given it a lot of chance, by the way. So let's be honest. My food and pasta is not free. And that's what a lot of people told me, like, why don't you quit Party Finder and go to Statics? Since, you know, Static is much more powerful, much more better than Party Finder. Now, I could go ahead and give you the cons of being in the static. Number one, you only could prog on certain days. So if a status member decided to say like, we're only gonna prog on Friday and Saturdays, right? We're not allowed to prog on any other days that had not been called. Now that's what it was that basically got me to not want to do it, including when some people said that they promised to take a week off so we could go ahead and do the week one savages together, but then ended up completely dipping or completely go to their job, right? Because of the fact that they can't call out, right? Including when like, time is ticking until Party Finder just straight up just say like, hey, we're gonna be doing this, right? And that's what was the main issue for me because like I know I'm gonna be doing this to Party Finder later on down the line, maybe like the next expansion. I'm gonna be doing this in Party Finder. If not, then we had our experiences together. That's nice to know that we end up clearing, but you know the hard part is going through random people in Party Finder, which all has random level skill base players and random players who basically don't have them type of power or type of knowledge of what they're doing when it comes down to mechanics. So basically, I like the diversity of Party Finder versus the anti-diversity of statics that you are still playing with these set of people. And you know the characteristics too because they have that type of issue. But the one problem I will probably most likely forever and currently have is that the fact that it is going to be hard to find people who is willing to commit to a static. Not a lot of people can commit, right? Because of their job, because of their boss sometimes. And it forces a lot of players to leave their side member behind, which is way better to be in a party finder if you are a 7 out of 8 or below. But never pass 5, okay? Never pass 5 members. Because if half your teammates are gone, obviously the raid is going to be canceled. And unless your team is party finder phobic, right? Then definitely raid is going to be canceled because they don't want to do with random players who is basically have a lot of diversity in party finder, which is you don't know what you can get and who you can get that will either you know make you happy or make you sad or whatever feeling that you feel whenever party finder comes in or a party finder member comes in your party to help you out in a certain fight or help you out in a raid tier if you are doing a raid tier. Best of luck doing it in a party finder that has a lot of diversity in it. So all this may have sounded like a positive part about Party Finder, which is just basically Party Finder is way better than statics, which is going to be a yes and a no. Technically, yes, and if you want to like prog on your own time, learn on your own time, study on your own time, you can. It's all about recording yourself. It's all about looking at where you mess up. It's all about improving your gameplay if you decide to improve it. But the thing is, the reason why I say no is because of the fact that there is a lot of communication problems, which is either miscommunication or problems on communicating with others, which is a lot of people in Party Finder use body language, which is either jumping or if you are a skill healer, you would rescue somebody versus static members who basically has Discord, aka communication channel right there. Party Finder can offer a communication channel as long as you put it in the party chat. If it's not a party chat that you're gonna put it in, you can put it in the Party Finder message box with the comments, right? Based on what you are doing, strats, right? Where people are going, and other things like that. Like if you're offering guild or like you want clear ready players, right? But miscommunication can happen a lot in Party Finder, which a lot of people, by the way, do not read at all. And I think a lot of people need to get used to Party Finder not able to read because they never read. They never do. So you got to get used to that, which is a lot of problems when it comes down to Party Finder. Okay. Now, the last thing is about trialing. Now, it helps the group, the staff members, to understand your skill level and where you at. What kind of sucks about trialing in these type of raid fights or type of old fights that you're doing is that they want to see where you're personally at. Some people might be cool on helping you out and improving you entirely, but if they're not really cool with you being in the raid group completely, not only messing up, right, a lot more, which means that you probably had no experience on almost everything that you do, which is a big problem and a big issue that needs to be addressed, right? But sometimes you're not accepted in the static because you struggle on those factors. You struggle on easy mechanics that if they end up making you do the extreme and you can't do an extreme fight, that they don't want you. They want consistent players. They don't want a person that quote unquote will waste their time on not learning a damn thing. Okay. And a lot of players who is in Party Finder or people who think about doing raid don't want to really raid or do hardcore raiding and want to stay away from hardcore raiding because of the fact that a lot of players don't accept them as easily as Party Finder does, right? Which is where you could do it anytime, anywhere. You could first time try a Savage. If you don't like it, you just basically just stop doing it. At least you have your first hand toe dipped in water, cold water experience, and you don't have to really do it again, which is a good thing about Party Finder. Instead of wasting static members' time on finding someone like you going into their group. But the thing is, between a static and Party Finder, it's a lack of discipline. Now, the thing is, that's where it falls into a category of what type of static you join. Casual statics gets less discipline than midcore and hardcore, right? Which means that if a static member or a static leader decide to give out discipline to players who not doing good, then obviously you're not gonna have a great time because you need to be a better player. Of course, yes, it comes down to study and know how to do a mechanic. And most of the drama comes from players not being happy with other people play style and basically being impatient. And nothing wrong being impatient, nothing wrong being impatient, and really not. But at the same time, it's like if you had all the patience in the world of Party Finder, or I had the patience in the world to deal with a bad customer in real life, if you are working behind the register or behind the bar, then you should know um, how to have patience for some people because not a lot of people do have these type of experiences, which kind of sucks. But that's the way how it's gonna go nowadays. Now, overall, do you think Static is better than Party Finder or Party Finder better than Static? Because either way, they're both kind of the same in different aspects. Yes, you're not going to like the experience either way because of the fact that maybe somebody in Static does not have any raid experience at all, and they're too slow, and they got accepted inside a casual stack, which casual stacks tend to not go anywhere near clearing this fight in like maybe like a 3 to 4 days, right? It takes them days to clear a fight, or it takes them maybe like an hour or three to understand something. But if you are doing the ultimate, yes, it probably would take a week because of the fact that they struggle in a certain area of the fight. And everybody does have room to improve. You could choose to teach them if you want to, but again, not a lot of people could take something like that and run with it, you know? It's just something that is super hard to really explain. But once you get it down, you will understand. Otherwise, that is basically my story of basically Party Finder versus Static. I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out, and I love y'all.